Since the Parachute Men were on the show about a year ago, they've gone through quite a few changes, and now there's only Steve and Fiona left from the original lineup.
It's a depart company, in fact, with our bassist and drummer. And so, what's really happened is we've got a new bassist and a drummer, really. There was a period of time where we were still gigging, which we did as an acoustic set with just myself and Fiona. So now that we have a new rhythm section, all the other gigs will be going ahead with the full lineup. I don't see a big change, but it was an unfortunate parting of the ways, really.
A lot of people were picking up on the blonde angle, not seeing the complete differences between us and other sort of blonde-fronted bands. And I used to get slightly annoyed by that. It was something I didn't feel I had a lot in common with. Well, obviously, other blonde bands didn't feel they had anything in common with. I mean, I say blonde bands because that's what it was this time last year. There was a big surge of that kind of thing. It's just unfortunate that I was blonde, but I mean.
I think what made it more unfortunate was the fact it wasn't just a blonde angle, it was a girl lead singer, which makes it particularly
Yeah, there's still
annoying.
a lot of, I feel there's still a lot of kind of sexism in a way, and that people still say women in rock or pop or whatever. I mean, there's so many men, and always have been. It's that, you know, when they just pick up on the female thing, as though it's still a freak thing. And that seems to be a lot of what's happened to us. It's just, it's not so anymore. I think we've sort of, like, established that now. Got ourselves established that way. But, yeah, the blonde angle was a bit annoying last year. That's just one of those things. I believe what we're doing is what I see perfection, what I'd see perfection in a band, lyrically and musically. That's what I want, and I'd see that. I'd recognise it if I saw us up there.
Yeah, I can imagine a lot of people coming into the gig would see our band as something that's not too much about these days, just a little combination of things they're looking for in other bands. And they'd see, think they'd see a band that bridges a gap between, I think, what has become really polarised these days, just the polarisation of, like, you're either a pop throwaway thrashy band or you're a serious art rock band, and there's not too much of a crossover. So there's a lot of people who come into a gig and say, oh yeah, that kind of band, that's really good, I'm glad there's a band like that. That makes sense to you? Makes sense to me.
I think people underestimate us. They tend to think we are a little naive, and I mean, obviously we want a certain amount of fame and things. Who doesn't? People expect you to be really, like, totally arrogant and over the top, and if you're not, that's like you're being naive and you're not going to get anywhere. I mean, I think, you know, it's not necessarily, it doesn't have to be so.
What did you think when you read your first review in the papers?
Like a school kid. God, look.
Great. Ringing up my mother and that. I was
If anybody
not
denies
surprised.
that they feel like that, then they're lying.
No, but I mean, we weren't totally surprised because, you know, it's something you kind of expect because you think that you know that record's brilliant, and it's great and it's appreciated. So we weren't really. When we get the good reviews, it is good, but not totally surprising, I suppose. You know, you expect it because obviously you believe in what you do. We believe in what we do.
You look back on it, how do you think you will look back on it?
As a period when I had no money, I think, at the moment anyway.
Stealing toilet rolls from pubs and stuff like that.
Being large riders.
Oh, I remember that gig, yeah, we got a really good industrial toilet roll from that one. That's it, yeah. I am very fashionable at the moment to be ecologically aware, and so we're a little. I
think we're a little wary of, suddenly
that kind of thing.
Launching into an environmental speech.
Yeah.
Because we've been that way minded for many years now, and although interviewers might actually get around to asking us questions on that now, we're a bit wary about it now. They are important views to us, and they do go into some of the lyrics anyway.
I mean, in a way, I suppose it's a very good thing that people are more aware of these things now, but it's just sad that it's a fashion and it's been brought around by fashion. So it makes us a little bit wary of talking about it, really.